This is a good one right here. Todd for Wrestling News. Now, I want you to check out this article that I'm about to read right now. And it is something to listen to. Eric Bischoff says he's a millionaire after declaring bankruptcy. What? Let's find out how this happened. Wrestling podcaster and author Eric Bischoff spoke with SES Scoop's correspondent Steve Falk this week for NBC Sports Boston. During their discussion, Bischoff spoke about some of the financial ups and downs he's experienced over the years. After filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy just a few years ago, he's proud to say he's currently worth 7 figures once again. I filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is a corporate bankruptcy, not a personal one, because I invested a massive amount of my own money into a new venture that we had every right to believe was going to be a successful one. We had high quality people involved, did the work, blah, blah, blah. But the market changed and I lost a fortune. And it was like, okay, because I'm a risk taker. I'm an entrepreneur. That's what we do. We lose 7 or 8 times out of 10, but those 2 or 3 times we win. We win big. That's just the nature of the game. It's like being a professional gambler in a way. I took the risks. I knew it was a risk going into it. I knew I was too old to be taking that risk by taking all of the money and all of the assets I had and putting it up against this idea. But I believed in it, so I did it, and it didn't work. So I'm filing Chapter 11. I'm 60 years old, and I'm filing for Chapter 11. I didn't want to talk about it, but I now have a net worth in the 7 figures. I'm all good. I paid off every one of my debts 100%. That is in my rearview mirror. I reinvented myself at 60 years old, and in really less than 3 years, I've paid off all my debts. And like I said, I have a net worth in the 7 figures. Bischoff's upcoming autobiography is titled Grateful. So it should come as no surprise that he speaks passionately about the importance of practicing gratitude every day. Learn, discipline yourself. Learn to start your day recognizing what you have to be grateful for. It wasn't easy for me, when I filed for Chapter 11. It was a bad time for me, but fortunately, I've got a great wife, and she reminded me every day. I lost my feed. Give me a minute. Okay, here we go. I've got it tattooed on my wrist. It says, grateful. We all, whether it's your health, whether it's the fact that you get to see another sunrise, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people I know don't. A lot of people I've been close to for years can't anymore. We all have something to be grateful for. But for once you start recognizing, as insignificant as it may feel in the moment, but then you look at it differently, all of a sudden, you'll start realizing all of the other things you have to be grateful for. And the more grateful you are, the more positive you are. I do agree with that. I listened to an inspirational gratitude doxy meditation at night called Gratitude. The more positive you are, the more likely it is you're going to come out of your crap. That's what worked for me. It sounds so simple. We've all read those books. We've all seen those bumper stickers. We've all heard those conversations, and it seems so simple. But man, when you're down, things are going against you. You're emotionally getting your butt kicked. It's not as easy as it sounds. But once you master that art and you start off every day that way again, I'll speak for myself. I'm not trying to tell other people what to do. What I learned and what you'll read about in the book is just waking up every day, being grateful changes everything. So, Grateful by Eric Bischoff is due out November the 11th. Well, you know what? I agree with him. When you are grateful, wonderful things can happen in your life. And that is no joke. For wrestling news now,